So Horizon's interesting because, it's often referred to as a post-post apocalypse game, which is that the apocalypse happened and then humanity sort of regrew itself after, they sort of squirreled away the detritus that we caused. So if you're not familiar with the game, it's sort of really beautiful, lush landscapes that are populated by effectively robot dinosaurs, which you learn had different uses in the old times, but sometimes have gone awry, and you fight them, and it's very fun. But the cool thing I think about the series is that Horizon is populated with lots of different tribes. And they've all found their own different ways of living in concert with both nature and the technology of the different robots that exist there. And often the big bad of the games is they're usually people from this timeline that have screwed things up and are still screwing things up in the future, and that Aloy has to figure out a way to like save the current world from our sort of screw ups that we've made. But I think part of the reason that the game speaks to people so much is, I think also sort of what you guys are trying to accomplish with your Solarpunk initiative is that it's a really beautiful game and it does demonstrate, apart from, the times when the robots go a little awry, that this is a world where people have learned to use what is around them and to live life in a way that is sustainable. And that there is sort of a way to do that, and it's satisfying and it's beautiful. I mean, there's a photo mode in the game, and people spend so much time just like putting Aloy in pretty landscapes and taking pictures, like so much time. And I think that really is a testament to the sort of evocativeness of these sort of environments that I think game developers are building, which is a sort of aspirational possible future where it isn't just oil spills and horrible things. It's, oh, this is using the bones of a sort of civilization that did eat itself, but now nature has reclaimed in a way that is like there's beauty again and there is society again. And so I think obviously it is a game that there's like, oh no, the world's going to end and you have to fight it, but also it sort of speaks to a promise or a possibility that like there is something beyond this sort of existential threat of what's happening right now.
Yes. And was there any discussion among the team or throughout the process of sort of the environmental impact message that this would have on players, or any initiatives to engage them in that conversation?
So Horizon is sci-fi, and I think all good sci-fi usually speaks about something that's happening currently, and has a perspective on it. And so a lot of a lot of the bad guys in Horizon are like, especially in Forbidden West, are selfish billionaires who don't care about anyone but themselves. Sound familiar? But also, I think a cool thing that happened with Forbidden West was there was a tree planting initiative that happened, that Sony and Gorilla sort of spearheaded as part of the release of Forbidden West. I think it was called like Aloy's Trees or something. And so they partnered with a reforestation campaign, and I think they planted a certain amount of trees once a certain amount of players achieved like a certain achievement, like crossing into the Daunt. The Daunt is a region in Horizon, and I actually don't know how many trees. It was a lot of trees that they planted, but I thought that was such a cool initiative because it does speak to, this is a development studio and a group of creatives that obviously care about this message because it's baked into the fabric of what this game is. And it's a really fun game and it's a really pretty game, but it wears its influences and its, I think, its morals on its sleeve, in a way that I should say as well, to your point, has not turned any gamers off. There aren't any gamers that are like, how dare you come for the billionaires? You know what I mean? Like, so it's a really cool thing to see a game and a studio embrace that message so wholeheartedly on a AAA scale.